So let me show you some math that should genuinely bother you. You work an extra 3 hours every day this week. That's 15 extra hours of your life gone just like that. How much extra did you actually earn? $75. You earned $75. And that's the trap. Most people don't even see it. They just think I need to work harder. Now, before we proceed, let's try and break down this math so that we can get some context and some perspective. So this is the $52,000 trap. So we're assuming in this example, the person here wants to earn extra money, in the context of their own job by working some extra hours to catch up with the cost of living and whatever money is good for, right? So we assume they work 40 hours every week at an hourly wage of $25, which gives them $1,000 every week. If you multiply that by 52 weeks, that's $52,000 every year. With an extra 3 hours every day, they will get $1,075 a week. If you multiply that by 52 weeks, that's $5,900 a year. Extra end is $75 per week for extra 15 hours of their life. And that's the contention and the argument that this path. Now, I'm not knocking down the hustle. We have to do what we have to do to earn extra money in the context of your job, right? Now, thinking like this in perpetuity over a longer period of time, that I just have to work more hours, time is money mindset is flawed, because this math here is flawed and limited in making surplus money. That's the contention and argument of this video, just to help you open your mind. Before I proceed, if you're someone who's creative, multi-passionate, someone who knows deep down they are built for more than a monthly paycheck, this video is for you. I'm going to show you exactly why the system is broken. It's why the system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed. And more importantly, how to stop playing a rigged game. So if that sounds like the kind of thinking you want more of, then I would implore you to subscribe. This channel is about digital leverage and creative autonomy, not hustle culture, not motivational noise. Real frameworks for real freedom built from my own constraints to solve these problems that I am experiencing myself and share them with you. With that said, let's move on. Now, here's what nobody explains clearly, right? Humans are adaptive. Over thousands of years, we've built systems to survive: shelter, agriculture, trade, employment, you name it. All of it designed to reduce wasted effort. But there's a catch. When the jobs became the primary survival mechanism, something got baked into the system that was quietly devastating. Your time got tied to your income. You show up, you work, you get paid, then the bills arrive again. You show up again, work again, get paid again, bills again. That's the modern survival loop. Job, paycheck, bills, repeat, and everything in between. And here's what the loop actually costs you beyond money. Your income has a hard ceiling. Repetitive work destroys your body over years. That's physical strain. And psychologically, and this for me is the worst one, a scarcity mindset takes root in your mind. Your brain starts believing abundance isn't available to you. And slowly, the creative, explorative mind you had as a child, it dims. And then it goes quiet. This is where people throw away all their projects, creative projects, ambitions, and call them childish pipe dreams and move on, because life now has introduced so much pressure. And that's not a small thing, that's a whole life, whole potential. Now, most intelligent people will recognize this, right? They will feel there is an imbalance. They're not blind to it, so they'll try to fix it. Some will try to go the productivity route, download an app, wake up at 5 a.m. Some will start a side hustle, they'll grind harder at their job, hoping for promotion. Those are the two paths I see constantly. The first path is actually work harder, get certification, prove yourself, climb the ladder. The other path is also saving aggressively, budgeting tightly, invest in small amounts. Valiant, genuinely, but these strategies assume you can discipline your way out of a mathematical problem. And if you've noticed from where we've come from, you can't. Path two is start a side hustle, a small business, something with potential. It's also smart in theory. However, most side hustles people start are just new jobs. They require a lot of capital, labor, and infrastructure to scale that most people don't have. These are resources people don't have. And so they're stuck again. A different cage, same lock. Which brings us neatly to leveraged versus linear effort. So here's the core of everything. Most people are adding effort when they should be multiplying results. Linear effort equals symmetrical returns. That means 10 times the effort gets you maybe 2 times the results. So if we go back to the $52,000 math, you earn $25 an hour. In 40 hours a week, that's $1,000. 52 weeks, that's $52,000 a year. So if you work 3 extra hours every day, what happens? You get $1,075 a week or $55,900 a year. So 3 extra hours of your life every single day for $3,900 more annually. And that's just $75 a week. That's nowhere near freedom money. No matter how much harder you work, that's the ceiling. Now, leveraged effort, which equals asymmetrical returns, works on a one to many basis, right? Meaning one unit of effort with 10 times the leverage can potentially give 100x, 1000x, even 2000x the results. Same skill, different system. For example, a freelancer charges $50 an hour. A creator builds one digital product that sells 1000 times. One burns out maintaining the survival routine, the other's efforts compound quietly while they sleep. Math doesn't care about your work ethic. Now, here's something most people miss entirely. You don't lack time, you lack mental space. The survival loop consumes your cognitive energy before you ever get a chance to think strategically. Some people will say, I'll build leverage later, I'll build that project later when I have more time. But later never comes because they are always in survival mode and the loop feeds itself. So this here is your scarcest resource. And this is why I talk about creative bandwidth. It's the protected mental space or time, even just 1 to 2 hours before the grind starts or after it ends, where you think in systems, where you ask asymmetric questions, not how do I earn more this week, but what can I build once that compounds. So here, quality of attention beats quantity of time. One focused hour of strategic thinking is worth more than eight exhausted hours of extra hustle at night. That's 1 to 2 hours of creative bandwidth. That's your creative exit, your exit window. Use it wisely instead of distracting yourself and consuming. Create. Now, if you're resonating with this message and if you feel stuck in this survival loop right now, I've built a short framework called the 7-Day Wealth Reset. It helps you rethink how you're using your time and start building leverage instead of just working harder. The link is in the description. It's free. Go and grab it. Let's proceed. Okay. So, what's the actual way out? We have to understand the internet broke the old rules. You can now create once and distribute infinitely. Content, code, digital systems built once, working while you sleep. And here's what makes this different from every other path: it's permissionless. Capital leverage needs money, labor leverage needs people, infrastructure leverage needs systems and relationships. Digital leverage just needs your lived experience, a skill, a perspective, or a story, and the willingness to package it into something that solves a real problem that people will pay money for. That's it. Your knowledge packaged into a digital product can reach thousands of or hundreds of thousands of people without you being there for each delivery. Now, you have to note this isn't some passive income fantasy. Work is required. Real work, smart work. But unlike linear effort, the returns aren't capped by the hours you work. So here's how it all connects. Discipline gets you through the day. Leverage gets you out of the loop. You need both, but one without the other is just performative suffering. So here's the path, right? Here's what you can get away with from this video. The upshot, if you will. Keep the job while you have to. We have to do what we have to do to survive. Survival is real. Protect your creative bandwidth fiercely. Use that bandwidth to build something with digital leverage. Something that solves a real problem that compounds. You have to realize you're not lazy, you're not undisciplined, you're just playing the wrong game. The system needs linear workers, winners build leverage. So ultimately, I want you to understand the opportunity through the internet and AI right now is real and it won't stay open forever. So if this message hit different, if you resonated to it to some extent, I implore you to subscribe again. Every video on this channel is built to help you. Every video on this channel is built to help multi-passionate creatives stop trading time and build systems. And I'll see you in the next one.